Hi, this is Miss Cox Tech, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a Curriculet reading. Now, it's great how Curriculet has all these different readings built in, such as Romeo and Juliet and other classics, but for me, I find one of the most useful things about Curriculet is adding my own content. So if you sign in and you're in the library, you can click on Add My Own Content, and there's two ways to do it. I'm going to show you both ways. If you click from a URL, you need to paste in a link. Now, let's say this is an article I found, A Brief History of Wikipedia. Maybe I want to use this in my class. If I copy this and paste it in here and click Add, it will basically take a minute and import it, and actually it will notify you here when it's done. It's pretty quick, actually. It's pretty impressive how quickly this finishes. I'm going to pause while this is working. So about a minute later, you'll see a message like this pop up. It'll say, hey, your new book is ready. I'll click close, and let's find it. So it is this one, Breaking News. I'm going to click on it, and you'll see it'll say, here's the Curriculet. I'm going to click on it to basically go in and actually edit that. So click next, go away. All right, so here's the basics. I can flip pages by clicking through, and it does a pretty good job at inserting the text. It'll usually insert images. You may find though that you don't like this. I actually like having the title here in the first page, and it also added some things here at the end I don't really need. So you might find you like doing this. You might find it didn't copy and paste it quite perfectly. If you don't like what it does, then go back to, I'm going to click on Done. I'm going to go back to the library. And this time, instead of just going to, let me click back in my library. Instead of going to from a URL, I'm going to go to from a file. So this time, instead, I'm going to copy and paste this into, I'll do it in a Word document. So here, I'm going to select the text, just the parts I want, and this is a great opportunity if I wanted to edit it and get rid of some of it. I could do that. I can get rid of, there's an extra link in the middle of it, and I can also then, sorry, I clicked on a link. And then I can also add in the title and the guy's name who wrote it and the date. Let's see. So basically, what I do, I don't really like that this is not the same. Let's bold that. Let's make it all black. Let's make this black. Okay. So now, and I'll zoom in so you can see this. I basically I added the title in. Might even make that bigger. And then underneath, I have the guy's name. When it was published, I'm not even going to have Tuesday. I don't think that's necessary. And the last thing I like to do, actually, is in this first line, I like to actually include the URL for where the article came from. This is a great opportunity to model for students how to cite sources and that we're not just stealing things. So that is the URL. So I'm just going to add that in underneath. I was hoping it would fit in the same line, but I guess not. Well, if it doesn't fit, I'm just going to add that in. Okay, anyway, so now I'm done. I'm going to save it. I'll just throw it on my desktop for now. And pretty much I just need to insert it now, or import it now. So this time I'm going to go to from a file. Now you can do it from several places. You can do it from a Google Drive file, from a Dropbox file. I have it on my computer. I'm going to go ahead and choose the file. And it probably will take 30 seconds or so to add it in. Right now it says it's importing it. Usually a little message will pop up to say, hey, it's done. Look at that. It took very little time. And I'm going to go ahead and click on, it was this one, A Brief History of Wikipedia. I'm going to click on it. Now this time it's going to look slightly different since I inserted it from a text document. So this time I have my title, I have I've basically included the things that I wanted and I got rid of things that I didn't want. And then all you have to do at this point is add in your questions. So you might click and drag across to add in annotations. You know, maybe you have a link. Here's what she looks like, and I can add in an image here if I wanted of this actress. I could also add in questions very easily. Maybe I want to add a question in here. I could add a quiz or a question. It scores them differently, or it'll show you them in 2 different categories. So that's something to keep in mind. But basically, you know, you can have multiple choice questions or you can have open-ended questions. If you make this a quizzes, you can have a question, but they all have to be multiple choice. They cannot be like a paragraph response. So basically, quiz, multiple choice. If you want to ask a question that's more general, that students are responding to, maybe a personal connection kind of question, you would want to go with add question. But that's basically it. Once you've annotated this for students with some extra information for them, I like to annotate with some videos, images, and also add in your questions. Once you're done with that, you click over here and go to done. And then all you have to do is assign to class, and you can assign it to different periods. So I just go basically through and assign it to my different periods and click save. One last thing I would recommend, you'll see that the title of this document ends with .docx, which is because it was a Microsoft Word document. I don't really like to have that there. It doesn't really make sense since this is now online. So I will go to edit and change the title to just the main part of the title. I also like to change the source URL. Right now it's a Google Doc. I'm going to change the source URL to this website where the article originally came from. And I have it imported by me. That's fine. It'll regenerate the cover. If I go back to library, we'll see here it now says A Brief History of Wikipedia. There's no .docx. And also I can edit the Curriculet here, which, oh, poo, that's not what I wanted. Go back. So anyway, here's what I want to do. Go to Edit Information Summary. This is where you could edit the title of the assignment too. So you may want to not just have the title, maybe it's like, maybe you want to add in week 12 or something. Maybe you want to add in, I like to add in weeks, so maybe week 12 reading, and then the title. And this, you can also connect with the grade level, so maybe this is an informational text for ninth graders, because I have 9th graders. You can have a description and you can save it, and it will just update that, and that's what the students will see when you assign it. So it's important that this title is what you want the students to see the assignment as. With that, that's about it for the basics of Curriculet. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.